Hi there, this is Jen, and thanks for joining me on the Pixie Dust Designs YouTube channel today. Today I have a fun Halloween box card using several of the box card die sets from Pixie Dust Designs. The main one that I'm going to be using for my base is the fall box card die set, and I've already gone ahead and cut out all of my pieces using the pattern paper, some pattern paper from my stash, some Halloween pattern paper, and I'm going to go ahead and create my box card using this paper, but you can go ahead and use whatever paper you want, whether it's paper that you ink up yourself or a solid card stock. This is probably a medium weight paper. You don't want something super thin, but not something super thick either. And I just wanted to show you that the dies have numbers on them. Excuse my poor cuticles, but the dies have numbers on them, so it kind of guides you in how the box is put together. And so the one that I showed is this one right here. It's die number 5, which is going to be your very back of the box. And really the most important pieces are the back of the box and the front of the box. The middle pieces can you can switch them up as far as their order, which is what I did here. But I'm going to go ahead and lay these out in order from 1 through 5. So you can see that the ones in the middle all have tabs on them, and that is to go ahead and hook them on the inside of the box. Sorry about that. And then the side pieces have the side piece, and then there's a decorative piece that you can put on there as well, or you can just use the side pieces as they are and not use that a decorative piece. This is the very front decorative piece, which again you don't have to use, but it kind of finishes it off really nicely. And so I'm going to go ahead and start out with the sides, and so I am going to go ahead and use the accessory piece that goes on the side to add that different piece of pattern paper. And I'm going to use a little bit of glue, liquid glue, just so that I have a little bit of room in case I don't get this exactly right. And these do have tabs as well as score lines. So the die has score lines which help to guide you in placing the pieces in the middle of the box, or the inside pieces of the box. And so I'm going to start out by creating the back of the box first. And so I'm taking that die, which was die number 5, and the coordinating piece of die cut that I cut out, and I'm going to take the side pieces and add both some, and you'll see I do this throughout the project, is to add both my tape adhesive as well as some liquid adhesive. It's just for extra strength. The liquid adhesive I like using to make sure that if I need to move it around a little bit, I still have that option. And so basically you're going to take the sides and you're going to put the sides on from the top to the bottom. And what I mean by that is the sides kind of go at an angle. You want the largest part to be at the back of the box, the smallest at the front. And then as I mentioned, there are score lines on this, and I'm just bending them. You don't have to do this. With the pattern paper, it's a little hard for me to see where those lines were to be able to put the sides in, so that's why I kind of bent those a little bit. And then there are 3 pieces that go inside of the box, and those pieces you can put in pretty much any order you want. You're just going to line those up with the score lines on the side pieces, and so that's what I'm doing right now. I've already added the first piece, and then I just added the second piece, and I'm going to go ahead and take that third piece and add that in. And these would be dies number 2, 3, and 4. So you can put them again in any order you want. I wanted the pattern paper to kind of flip back and forth, and that's not how I ended up cutting them out. And so I did rearrange them a little bit, but that's totally fine. So I'm going to go ahead and use those flaps and add some liquid adhesive and add those to the side. And then I'm going to finish off the front piece of the box. And you can tell this is the front piece because the main die is the number 1 die, and it also doesn't have any flaps, so you can tell that that is a front piece because it does not have any flaps. And then that extra accessory piece, I just went ahead and glued that as well. And then to put it all together, I am just going to add some liquid adhesive and kind of match up the score line on the other side of the box to get those as even as I can. And this takes a little bit of practice, just a little bit of trial and error when putting it together to kind of figure out where best to place those to match up to the other side. And then once I have that done, I'll go ahead and kind of push the box down to make sure that it folds nicely. And so we'll go ahead and fold it one way and fold it another, and I'm just smoothing it out to kind of stretch that paper out so that it does what it's supposed to do. And then the flaps from the side pieces is how I'm going to attach that very front piece. So I'll go ahead and add some liquid adhesive there, and then add that front piece. And I love using pattern paper for these boxes. I think it's so fun, and it gives you really so many options. And I just love the visual effect of that pattern paper. And then once I've got my box put together, I'm going to start with the pieces that are going to go inside the box. This tree is from the spring box die card set. So there is a set that is similar to the fall box set, which I am using right now. It has a lot more grasses and things like that because it's a spring box, but it has this really cool tree that I thought would be fun to add to my scene. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that. And then there is a stamp set that I'm using that is called Jack's Friends, and it is a stamp set, and you also can get the coordinating dies. This is from Pixi Dust Design. So I went ahead and I colored those up, and I'm going to add these to my little scene here. And I just wanted to show you how I added the bats to look like they're flying. So I like to keep my acetate from shakers, the leftover pieces. This is a great way to use leftover acetate. So I'm just going to cut a thin strip, and then I'm going to add some of my tape runner and liquid adhesive. I'm adding that directly to the acetate, and then I will add my bat to the very end. And so you kind of have this thing that sort of looks like you can't see it, and those are going to be added to the box to give the illusion that the bats are kind of flying or in midair. And I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of my pieces to different areas of the box, and that's going to finish off my project for today. This stamp set is so cute. The little ghosts and the bats, I just love the way that they look like they're flying, and just a really fun project. These box sets are really fun to work with, to add or to give dimensional cards. And so that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out all of the projects on the Pixi Dust Designs YouTube channel. I will leave links below to the blog as well. So thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you next time.